Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everyone. This is Teacher Amani and welcome to another video in the Ramadan series this year. I hope that you're enjoying Ramadan, helping your parents around, going to Taraweeh prayers, and generally having a good time and getting ready for Eid. This is my best part about Ramadan, to get ready for Eid, for myself and for my family members too. Today, it's a special video because it's about a country that is close to the hearts of millions of people, especially Muslims. Today's video is about the country of Palestine. Palestine is a country that's in Asia. Its capital is Al-Quds, and it has different kinds of terrains like plains and mountains and deserts, and it has lots and lots of beaches. It's also known for the best olives that there is. And because it has the best olives, the most delicious olive oil comes from Palestine. It's also famous for the juiciest, sweetest oranges that there is, namely in the city of Jaffa in Palestine. In Palestine, they also make amazing dresses for women called thobe, and they have different designs depending on which city it was made in. They're very beautiful. You may have seen somebody wear them, maybe in an event or just walking around wearing it. But that's not why Palestine is close to my heart. Palestine is close to my heart and to the heart of every Muslim because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose this land to have the second masjid in the entire world. The first masjid was the masjid in Mecca, and this was the second masjid. And at some point, Muslims used to pray and face al-Masjid al-Aqsa as their qibla, but then it changed to be the Kaaba. So now when we all pray, we face the direction of the Kaaba. Also, many prophets that we know either were born and lived in Palestine, or they immigrated there and they lived there. Like Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife Sarah alayhi salam. They went there and then they lived and they had babies. There's also Prophet Dawood. Prophet Dawood had such an amazing voice when he was making dua that even the birds and the mountains would say tasbih with him. There's also Prophet Sulaiman, who could understand animals and could talk to them. He also lived there. There's a lady, Maryam. There's Maryam and her baby, who is Prophet Isa alayhi salam. There's Prophet Zakaria and Yahya and many others who were there in Palestine. But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he also went there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to cheer Prophet Muhammad up when he was having a rough year. He had lost many people that were dear to his heart, and people weren't being really nice to him. Allah wanted to cheer him up, so he took him in a trip to Palestine, to Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa over there. And from Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam went through all the seven heavens, all the way until a point that's the highest point in all of the heavens, called Sidratul Muntaha, which is just below the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where he met many prophets and also prayed with prophets in Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, and he was the imam. He led the prayer over there. But unfortunately, there's some trouble going on over there in Palestine. There's a group of people who want to go over there and live there without wanting to buy the houses or rent houses. They just wanted to live in Palestinians' houses. So what they're doing is they're kicking them out of their houses and going in there. Of course, our Palestinian brothers and sisters, they're not okay with that. They fight back and they defend their homes. But sometimes the other group of people, they use force. They fight and they're not very gentle. So unfortunately, Palestinians sometimes have no other option but to leave their homes to them. So this is not fair and this is not right. So we all make dua to Palestinians in our taraweeh, in our daily taraweeh, in our prayers. May Allah lift the injustice that's going on over there, and may Allah give the families back their homes in Palestine. Ameen. Now I have a really cool story that has cool pictures about Palestine and the cities over there and the traditional clothes. So how about we read it? Our story for today is called Baba, What Does My Name Mean? A Journey to Palestine. Now let's begin reading the story, and when we begin anything, we always say Bismillah. Bismillah. Baba, what does my name mean? My friends at school asked me what my name meant today. I proudly said it was an Arabic name, but then I didn't know what else to say. When Baba tucked me into bed that night, I asked him, Baba, what does my name mean?
Samida. Samida is an Arabic word for one who is patient, persistent, and who will fight for their rights without any fear. We named you this because you're a Palestinian. Well, I think now is the perfect time for the story to be told. But first, take this key from my necklace. It's your right to return to your ancestors' home. Now, close your eyes and imagine with me. Do you see a white dove perched on an olive tree? Her name is Salam. You will fly with her on tonight's journey.
Ahlan wa sahlan, Samida. I'm delighted to take you across mountains, hills, deserts, and plains. They're all parts of Palestine's unique terrain. Let's start in Ariha, one of the oldest cities in the world and also the lowest point on earth. Banana groves and palm trees grow here for as far as the eyes can see, thanks to the mix of heat and humidity. Now, brace yourself for the next city. Welcome to Al-Quds, the capital of Palestine. It's the holy city treasured by many people around the world. The grand golden dome glistening in the sun is called Qubbat al-Sakhra. It's inside Al-Masjid al-Aqsa. Ooh, look over at the ancient stone walls built to protect the old city. There's also a historic market called the Souk, where you will always find young men pushing carts full of sesame bread that's called ka'ik. And there's also lots of beautiful things to buy over there. Now that you've had something savory, let's head north and sweeten things up with a slice of kunafa. It's a famous treat in the city of Nablus. It's a cheesy dessert drenched in syrup made with shredded wheat. Yum, yum! And then you must use one of Nablus's olive oil soap. After that delicious treat, let's relax and fly to the city of Jaffa. Ooh, such a gorgeous city that they call it the Bride of the Sea. Hey, Salam! Jaffa is where my family's from. Baba always tells me his funny childhood stories. One time he said he was playing hide and seek with his friends down the street, and he hid behind the clock tower, and then a seagull flew over him and pooped in his hair. He also told me how Jaffa's famous oranges taste just like a dream. Juicy. Whee! Now let's go to the city of Haifa. It's further up north. It had a central seaport and a railway that made it such a busy city. And do you know, it has a famous mountain called Mount Carmel. Whee! Next is the city of Akka, whose historic old city has a market called Khan el-Amdan. It also has a seaport where we can hop onto one of those boats. Ooh, do you hear that music? Hey, you want to do some dabke? There you go.
Whee! Now, since you've already been to so many cities, I think you're ready to go to the city of Gaza. Now let's stop at one of the carpet shops. Gaza is known for its hand-woven carpets. Whee! I know the perfect place to wind down. Let's go to the city of Al-Khalil. Now, do you see those two unique minarets? They belong to the Ibrahimi Mosque. Al-Khalil is also famous for its sheepskins and leather goods, which make the best shoes. Salam, there's a man holding a long iron pipe with a flame on the end. What is he doing? Ooh, he is a glass blower. He uses skills that he learned from his father and grandfather to blow all kinds of unique glass. Our journey has now come to an end, so I want to leave you with the symbol of Palestine. I call it a superhero kufiya cape. I also want you to have this hand-stitched Palestinian dress called thobe. This design and style are unique to the city of Jaffa, which is where your dad is from. Salam! I know what my superhero power will be. I will fly all around the world and tell people about Palestine and its true history. Through persistence and perseverance, I know one day we will be free. When I opened my eyes, I excitedly exclaimed to Baba, "I love Palestine!"
Yes, Habibti, I know. Isn't it beautiful? That is why we named you Samida, because one day you will return to it.
Insha'Allah, Baba, as soon as can be. But until then, can you tell me what made me a refugee? Baba took a deep breath.
Let's save that conversation for tomorrow's bedtime story. The end. I hope you guys liked the story and learned a little bit about Palestine. Remember to make dua for our Palestinian brothers and sisters. Until I meet with you guys again in another video, I will say to you, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.